is excited to introduce the addition of the Master Spas line, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas and swim spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools and saunas. Come check out the outstanding lineup of Master Spas at Spas Etc.
Magic City Home Leisure is excited to introduce the fabulous addition of the Master Spas line, including the phenomenal Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools, swim spas, and saunas. Come see for yourself the outstanding lineup of Master Spas, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas, exclusively at Magic City Home Leisure.
AE Construction Management and General Contracting builds more than structures. They build confidence. Your trusted partner in commercial construction across North Dakota, they handle everything from planning to final delivery. Whether it's steel, industrial, or retail, AECM builds with precision and safety. Their hands-on approach keeps your project on time and on budget. Build better with AECM. Call Tim at 701-818-0099 or visit aeconstructionmanagement.com.
Every football fan has their Sunday routine. Maybe it's setting your lineup, firing up the grill, or claiming your spot on the couch. But the center of every Sunday is the drive. The morning drive home before kickoff. The drive to your buddy's watch party. Wherever you're headed, we can take you there.
Welcome into PSP Prime Time. My name is DALYSS HANSON alongside the great, the powerful Bryce GUTKNECT. Appreciate you joining us here on a windy, cold Wednesday. We're expecting some interesting weather coming up, but I want to thank our primetime sponsors, AE Construction Management and General Contracting. They build more than structures. They build confidence, your trusted partner in commercial construction in North Dakota. They build with precision and safety. Their hands-on approach keeps your project safe and on time. Build better with AECM. Call Tim today, 701-818-0099 or visit aeconstructionmanagement.com. And how about Magic City Home Leisure and Spas Etc.? It's time to bring a spa to your home. Magic City Home Leisure is located right here in Minot, North Dakota, and Spas Etc. is located in the capital city of Bismarck, North Dakota. At both locations, you will find a massive inventory and a next-level sales team that can help you find the perfect spa, sauna, or game for your rec room. Appreciate all those sponsors that helped make PSP Primetime possible. We've had a busy week here at PSP Network, but it's just beginning. A lot more action coming on, and we've got a couple new segments here to bring to you on Primetime. Two fantastic guests. But before we get to that, we got to talk with Owen Patterson. That's right. The professor is in the house. Owen Patterson, welcome in, my friend, doing the Chris Collinsworth slide in. How are we feeling tonight, OP?
Feeling great. PSP Primetime basketball debut. Can't wait to talk a little the recent polls.
Speaking of polls, let's talk a little bit about the AA girls. Minot High right now, the Majettes streaming after that last night's win, which you and I were on the call. A lot of fun. Century 2, Legacy 3. Thoughts on that poll?
Tell you what, a lot of it went chalk last night. I think really the only big game right there was in the receiving votes, Mandan and Bismarck. We were going to learn a lot about those two. Mandan blows out the Demons on the road, so they get a lot of respect. I think that top five probably going to stay unchanged for a while. I do think, though, we talked about this a lot last night, though. Horace being not in the top five, just despite a loss to Legacy. Really tough to make a picture of how they'd fall from 2 to 5, or sorry, out. So that's really the only puzzling thing in that ranking.
How about for the A girls division? What are we seeing here?
A huge surprise this week and a lot of movement. How about the Turtle Mountain Braves getting the respect that they deserve, going from unranked to start the season to 5 last week. They're topping the charts this week. South Prairie Max right behind them. They're going to play twice this regular season. They could play in the Region 3 tournament, and they could meet each other at state. We could be at stake for 4 Royals versus Braves matchups this year. Can't wait just to see the first one. Then Valley City, obviously they fall from 1-2 with that loss to Division B, Lemoore, Litchfield, Marion. Very close game, but the Highliners, with that one loss, we know how the voters have issued the one-loss thing in the past. And Watford City into the rankings this week. They play Turtle Mountain coming up, so interesting matchup there in the top 4 of the state.
How about for B? Our beloved B, you and I are Class B Bucks here. We know, not the biggest B guy here, but for our beloved Class B, what's it looking like?
Again, a lot of things not changing. There was one voter that took the first place vote away from Benson County, gave it respectfully to Lemoore Litchfield Marion. That win over Valley City, a really good one. Number 2 in B takes down number 1 in A last week. Tioga, their defensive dominance was on display last night. Central McLean doing Central McLean things, and Flasher enters the rankings as Maple River. Went through a bit of a tough week. A couple teams that are receiving votes, though, that really have been catching my attention recently. Redeemers Christian, they go 3-0 in Ned Rose. Hatton Northwood picks up a win last night over Hillsborough, and you can never forget about Kenmare Bowbells. Despite 2 early losses, always a team in it at the very end.
It's crazy not to have Kenmare Bowbells in the top 5. That's the first time in a long time.
Yeah, well, I mean, same thing happened last year. They play a really tough strength of schedule, and we've talked to Coach Zimmer before about this. They're not concerned at all about what the media thinks of them. They trust their own process, their own scheduling ways, and Kenmare Bowbells, their big concern is the month of February when the season's coming to an end.
All right, now let's flip the coin and let's check out the boys' side. We got AA to start us off.
Yeah, Century, number 1, proved a big point last night at Jamestown, put up 111 points on the Blue Jays. Horace with a giant win over West Fargo Cheyenne, and Bismarck High takes down a top 5 Mandan team at home. Those top 3 look very strong. We got to see Davies for the first time yesterday against Grand Forks Central. They look the part of the number 4 team. Interesting to see what happens there at number 5. Of course, Mandan, they have the opportunity to rebound after that loss to Bismarck High. I know that loss like that probably takes a lot out of them, but you always got Thursday, I think in this case, they're going to take on Jamestown.
That'll be a good game. Class A boys.
Movers here again in Division
Devil's
A.
Lake
I knew you'd like this one. Devil's Lake.
Let him talk.
Number 1.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Sorry, I see that. Go ahead. Get excited.
They destroy Carrington yesterday. I mean, they have so many pieces out there that can pick up the slack any day. You talk about any of the Palmer kids. Rough first game, comes back and he's scoring 30 points a game in his last 2. I mean, there's freshmen on this team, Brodina, that's making a bunch of plays. Devils Lake, again, they look the part as well of a number 1 team in the state. Beulah, once everybody starts watching this team play, I think there's going to be some more respect for them. Obviously, tough to put them ahead of Devils Lake right now, but Beulah is a team to keep in mind all season long.
And then you got 4 wins, 5 at 4, and then how about Central Cass 5? Any tight with that?
Yeah, they just beat a Grafton team yesterday. Central Cass, a 2-0 start to the season. They replaced Wahpeton, even though the Huskies really didn't lose a game in the first week. A lot of teams receiving votes that really unsure of right now, especially that Bottineau, Ned Rose, Watford City group. They have a lot of wins early on. Can they sustain it? That'll be the question for them.
Close us out, Class B boys.
In the Class B, no changes at all. Ray gets a little bump. They're tied with Hankinson there at number 4. We're going to find out, really, I think, for our Redeemers in North Border. This weekend, a big weekend for them. Our Redeemers hosting their own tournament. They've got some tough matchups. They could play Ray in the championship. I think that's the dream meeting there on Saturday afternoon. So they have a lot to prove at home, but I think that's a really strong field of 5. Don't forget, this is the team that I love this year, New Rockford Cheyenne, a state tournament team last year. Similarly from football, everybody's coming back for this Rockets team, sitting, you could call them 8th in that poll right there, but I think New Rockford Cheyenne deserves a little love from the media in the coming weeks.
What did you think of that intro? Shout out to Nick Colbert for making that.
Yeah, very creative. I love it. Being called a professor before I even have a degree.
Describes you, man.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's perfect. Well, thank you, Owen. Appreciate that. That was the professor giving us all the breakdown. Now it's your time, my friend. Bryce Guttknecht in the house.
I got to follow that.
It's time for the BG Top 5.
Well, I'm going to get into my top 5 this week is on the girls' side of AA. It's scores. It's scores of AA girls. I'm going to start with Lakin Donnelly out at Horace. She's been terrific. She had 25 in that win versus Moorhead in the opener. Don't forget about dropping 41 in a loss versus Legacy. She's a girl that gets to the free throw line. She finishes at the rim. We're going to be talking about her a lot this season. We're going to switch to number 2. That's Lily Bell. Levy has been doing it kind of different this year. It's been a lot. It's not relying on the three. She's been down on the block more, I seem, getting those easier looks. She's not settling. She's down in the post, doing a lot of that, averaging about 24 a game. I know that's going to go up. She had a good night last night at St. Mary's. Riley Sievert, maybe people aren't might not be familiar with her. 19 points in a win last night over Fargo North. Great footwork. Another girl. She gets out in transition. She finishes at the rim really well. Riley Sievert, Shanley, get to know her. She's looking off to a great start this season. Marley Falcon, I mean, she's been terrific here in this opening part of the season. Going into last night, she was at 33.7. I know it's a couple games, but her shooting percentage from the three ball is over 50% to start the season. She's scoring at all levels. She rebounds the ball so well. I know we're talking shooting, but I had to throw a little rebounding out. Like I said, the high percentage. And the other one, Fallon Passanante from Davies. They finally got their season kicked off last night. She goes for 24 in the opener against Grand Forks Central. She's kind of that mid-range game, shoots the three really well. So, Davies getting their season started, their team we're going to talk about. I got to give some love. There's too many girls to talk about in AA, including our guest, Maggie Fricke. We're excited for her to get on the court. She would be in this conversation. She is. So look for her to come back healthy and be in these conversations. Ellie Laskowski, Minot North, shout out. She's been terrific to start the season. I mean, she's scoring, she's attacking the rim, shooting a three. I could go on and on and on. We got to get to our next few segments, but the talent across AA and the girls is at an all-time high, and I'm just going to try and enjoy the season. Like I don't think we'll probably see anything like this maybe ever again.
I'm with you, and I like the Marley Falcon pick at 5 because that was a huge win for that legacy program.
Yeah, with going down and playing a team like West Fargo Horace, they are replacing some pieces. Yeah. And another girl I could have talked about, Jordan Christopherson, who's out there. She has been terrific as well. She had 19 in that loss versus Legacy, so a huge win. Legacy really created a buzz with that W, and Marley Falcon was at the front of that.
Well, thank you for that top 5, my friend. We come back. We will talk to Maggie Fricke after a short break. Thank you.
Our initial reaction when we realized he had 2 broken bones was fear. Then once we realized and got a plan with Trinity and our doctor, a lot of comfort.
He told me that he can fix my arm, and he showed me a lot of stuff that he could do to help me.
Trinity Health Orthopedics is as good as you can find anywhere in the country. A lot of us take pride in that, and that's why we stay here and we keep doing what we do.
Trinity Health, making more possible.
Spas Etc. is excited to introduce the addition of the Master Spas line, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas and swim spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools and saunas. Come check out the outstanding lineup of Master Spas at Spas Etc.
Hey, there you are. Welcome back to PSP Primetime. Maggie, thank you for joining us here.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Bryce, go ahead.
We're going to start. Thanks for coming. I know we're doing some crazy things out there. It's raining, the wind's coming up, the snow is coming. We talked a little bit pregame with the injury and working your way back. Can you kind of just give us kind of just a day by day kind of just routine that you're going through to try and get back on the court and what you have to go through?
Yeah, so it's been long, I would say.
Yeah.
I've been really doing a lot the last few months. It feels like yesterday I got surgery though, so I went really quick. But usually I'm lifting before school, just really focusing, trying to get my quad strong. I mean, making sure everything's okay. Obviously school then. And then I'm usually in the trainer doing a lot of work, just making sure I'm prepared for practice. Then we have our high school practice, and then after that I always go shoot or do some type of, if it's dribbling, finishing, shooting. I've been really focusing on my shot through this whole injury. Whether it was just sitting on a box and shooting, I would say 2 weeks after surgery. Like, it was just something I really wanted to focus on. And when you're injured, I mean, you got to look at the goods. I mean, out of it, it's really hard, I would say, but I really got to expand my horizon on my shooting. And that was something I really wanted to focus on, whether it was from my first injury to my second one. So being there every single day, even when I was tired, I have to push and put 10 times more work in just to be able to come back. So that's what I've been really focusing on.
Well said, Maggie. Well, on behalf of all of us here at PSP, congratulations on the UND signing. I mean,
Thank
the Fighting
you.
Hawks, let's go. How was the recruiting process? How did it go for you? Because obviously the junior is kind of where you start to get, you played a lot of summer ball, you were telling us, but explain to us the recruiting process and your choice for UND.
Yeah, so I started about 8th grade year. It was right around after we won state. And then I would travel all summer with my AAU teams and all of that. And it can get a lot, but you have to enjoy it. Not everyone gets to get this experience. Not everyone gets to go out to these schools and talk to these coaches. And I had a blast doing it, seeing what I like, what I don't like. From the first day I went to UND, they were so welcoming. I fell in love with the campus and the coaching staff. And there was a few coaching staff changes, but it didn't change my love, and all of them welcomed me in with full arms. And even after I got injured, that was one of my biggest worries, is who would still want me, just because you're injured and it happened twice. And I want to thank UND, Mallory, who was the past coach, and Hutter now. They still believe in me, and that is something that was really important to me. And I thank them for that, and I'm so excited. I mean, I leave pretty soon in a few months.
Yeah, I'm excited
so
too.
I'm super excited for it, and I can't wait. But first I got to focus on getting back and hopefully getting to play some high school basketball, which I assume I will. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
How about swimming? Can we
Yeah.
talk about swimming?
Yes.
I mean, going back to that, tell us how many years were you away? Was it quite a stretch, and then you decided to compete this year, right?
Yeah, so I did, it was like, that and basketball was my sports when I grew up. Like, I loved swimming. I was really good at it. I quit in middle school because I was being brought up to varsity, you know, as 7th grader for high school. And I was like, I really just want to focus. I know I want to play college basketball. I decided to go out my freshman year. And it was really hard. Swimming is hard, but I mean, it's another sport that I get to enjoy. I was fortunate enough to make state that year, which was super exciting.
Nice.
But I did decide to take some time off, and it was really hard and got a lot. And I had to go from swimming to basketball practice every night.
Oh.
Yeah,
Could you do
so
that?
Well, she was talking about her routine too. That's more than I do in a week. I'm like, oh my gosh.
yeah.
I'm tired listening.
Yep. So I took some time off freshman year, and then I decided, but I would do swimming every summer, to PT to condition. And so I really focused that on this summer, because that was a sport I could do while still getting the condition and the strength. So I was like, I'm gonna go out my senior year. Like, I get to do a sport. It felt good to be back with a teammates. And I love competition, so that was something I wanted to do. Nice. It was a lot of fun. Like, I want to thank the coaches as well, as they welcomed me back after quitting for a few years. I made state. I got all WDA conference, so that was really exciting.
Oh.
So I had a blast, and it was fun just to be back.
I'm going to say something, and I'm a big fan of Coach Schwartz.
Okay.
Okay, just disclaimer to everybody watching.
We all are.
We all love Coach Schwartz. I love Coach Schwartz.
Of course.
But there's something that bugs me, and it's the pink shoes.
The pink shoes.
I love the idea of the pink shoes, but I've been watching the Maggiet basketball team for a while now. It's been 3 years here at PSP. How can we get Coach Schwartz, and I'm not talking, we don't have to switch and throw the pink shoes in the dumpster.
No.
Just put them in the closet, maybe collect a little dust, and then we bring them back. But let's get some Jordans, let's get some loafers, let's get
some Magician Jordan.
I'd even take a K-Swiss for Coach Schwartz. But tell us about Coach Schwartz, the pink shoes. How do we switch that?
Yeah, I don't think those are going away.
No!
Those are his good luck shoes. There was a time where we were on like a huge winning streak. And I mean, I feel him. I'm very like, if I'm playing good, I'm keeping these shoes. If I play bad, I'd throw them away. But they were like his good luck shoes for our game. So he's been wearing them ever since. You will not see him without them. I would think he's maybe like having a stroke if I see him without them. Like, that would be a worry for me. But those are his signature. So I don't think those are going away anytime soon.
You can't mess with that. You know,
That's true.
superstition, you know, you can't really mess with that.
Love you, Coach Forrest.
Yeah, we do.
Love you.
We just figured we'd
had to ask.
We had to ask.
It's one of those questions you don't want to ask him. You got to ask his players.
How about your Christmas list? Anything exciting on the Christmas list?
Well, we get to go on vacation this spring, so not spending much. Just going to spend money on clothes, which I'm super excited because I don't get to go on vacation since basketball's year-round. Punta Cana.
Ooh.
So first time out of the country, so I'm super excited.
All right.
And I don't need new basketball shoes. I have plenty of them stacked up from the years.
Yeah, your shoe game's
it's up
in the top.
I got
it's
a few that I bought, but I got injured, so they're going to be coming out. They'll come out.
Talking a little bit about this team this year, the Maggie's. Off to a great start. We've seen a lot of players step up. And after the injury with Deshaw last night, heartbreaking, thoughts and prayers go out to her. But you see Stevic step up. You see Ava Knutson step up. Badell. The list goes on and on. As a senior leader, how are you going to help those young players kind of accept this new role, which is going to be a pivotal part in your guys' success?
I just want to say they've been doing their job right. I mean, we have had so much adversity through the last 3 years with so many injuries, and like we're just really unlucky. And it always ends up being really crucial players. And I mean, as much as it's really hard, it creates a lot of opportunities for these younger girls. They are all so talented. They get to practice. We all have top talent, so they get to practice with us every day. They work their butts off day in and day out. So seeing like Cece Stevic get to fill in roles from last year and get to, again, more and more opportunities. You have Ava Knutson, and she's a freshman and getting all these cool opportunities. Like, that's awesome. And then you have our leadership, like you have AJ Root out there, you have Lily Bell, you have Kinley Barch. They're all bringing in roles as a person and contributing their leadership to others, which creates as a team. So they're exceeding their expectations, and I'm so very proud of them. And just with 3 games that they've showed that no matter the adversity that shows up, that they can prove that they are all meant to be here. And even if we lose a few players, which is super heartbreaking and really sad, that we are still a team that we are.
How about pregame music? I see the headphones going around, you're bopping, you're into it. Like, what's the pregame mix look like?
Rihanna is a top one.
Oh,
we love Rihanna.
Riri.
Our boys team kind of got mad at us the other day at lifting. They didn't want to listen to Rihanna, but I know their heads were bopping the other day. They don't want to admit it. They don't admit it. But and then another part that we love to do is pray before a game, because we think that it just brings us together, and wishing luck upon us really helps. And we just make sure we have a blast with each other. We're always laughing. There's never a time you won't see us laughing. Even if we happen to lose, like we're on that bus getting yelled at because we're talking too much. Like, our team has such good chemistry, and I'm so happy that I get to be a part of it. And our coaching staff is always a part of those jokes and everything, and they've been great to us, and to welcome us and still support us even after injuries is awesome.
We know, watching your career as an 8th grader, obviously you win the state championship.
Yes.
Lily and you guys create this great thing. But now we fast forward to the senior year, and we've been missing that part. And obviously injuries, don't get me wrong, take a big part of that, everything. But last night, watching you in warm-ups, the jump shot looks great, by the way.
Thank you.
But we give player of the game to Eve Knutson, who only scored 3 points, but her defensive presence was outstanding. To win a state championship this year, a lot of pressure, obviously, since you haven't won it since 8th grade year. But defense wins championships, but what else is it going to take to win it all this year?
Playing together. That's a big thing we focus on, is playing as a team. If we go out and just like play one-on-one, we're not going to win. And having that grit. We won 8th grade year because we wanted to win so bad. Like, we had everything in us to win. And we have that right now. Like, we want to win. There's only been a few of us on the team that has won, and it's so many years ago. 2022, it's now.
It seems like a long time.
It feels, it's yeah, and we have so much talent, so we know we can win. It's just that heart that has to be in it, and how hard we work. Like, it just matters how much effort we can put into it, and I know they can. They do.
My last question, and we'll let you go after this, but it's more of a request. And I'm not trying to get ahead of myself, but we got some empty space up here in the studio. So we're kind of thinking be a good spot maybe for a UND freaky jersey in here.
I would love to do
maybe.
that.
Yes.
Just no pressure, but if it's something that when you get to UND, if there's something they're selling, and doing that, we would like to get one of the first ones.
I would love
we can
to.
get you a little spot in here.
Perfect.
Maggie, thank you so much for the time.
Thank you so much
Appreciate
for
it.
having me.
Yeah.
Good luck the rest of the way, and good luck to the Lady Majettes. We'll be back after a short break.
Our initial reaction when we realized he had 2 broken bones was fear. Then once we realized and got a plan with Trinity and our doctor, a lot of comfort.
He told me that he can fix my arm, and he showed me a lot of stuff that he could do to help me.
Trinity Health Orthopedics is as good as you can find anywhere in the country. A lot of us take pride in that, and that's why we stay here and we keep doing what we do.
Trinity Health, making more possible.
AE Construction Management and General Contracting builds more than structures. They build confidence. Your trusted partner in commercial construction across North Dakota, they handle everything from planning to final delivery. Whether it's steel, industrial, or retail, AECM builds with precision and safety. Their hands-on approach keeps your project on time and on budget. Build better with AECM. Call Tim at 701-818-0099 or visit aeconstructionmanagement.com.
Here we go. Kemple, the scoop. No, he went up and got it.
Welcome back, everybody, to PSP Primetime. Dallas, HANSON, BRYCE, GUTKNECHT, Maggie Fricke, all-time.
I enjoyed that.
That was amazing.
It's to have her on and just the buzz, and it seems like we've just been talking. We're so ready for her to come back, and you can see it. She's ready. I mean, she's ready. She's got to go through these next few steps to get cleared, and she's ready to play. I'm telling you, it's time for her to get back on the court, and we're ready. And just excited.
Yeah.
Like I said, she interviewed great.
That
was one of the best interviews we've had. That was fantastic.
UND got a winner, that's for sure. I think I speak for the whole state of North Dakota. Basketball's better with Maggie Fricke. Speaking of great basketball, our next guest, we caught up to him Saturday morning before they took on
early,
or very early, 8 a.m. Coffees were all around. But it's Tim Brandt. Here's our interview with Tim Brandt. Welcome back to PSP Primetime. A special guest today, Coach Brandt. Coach, thanks for coming in today.
Appreciate you having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, heck yeah, after a long drive last night. And but today's special for you because we got the Brandt Bowl, and it's First edition.
Yeah.
And we're really looking forward to calling the game. But how does it feel to be back in Minot and your alma mater of Minot High?
Yeah, it feels great. It always feels good to come back to Minot. You know, I grew up here. I've lived here the first 26 years of my life before I moved out east. So it's always special to come back here and to play at Minot High, where I graduated from and played at. It's special.
State championship 2 years ago. Last season, we know about the struggles. I believe it was 8-16. Sorry I brought that up.
No, it's all right. It's out there. That's fine.
But what are the expectations looking like for this year?
Well, you know, after that state tournament team graduates 6 seniors, junior moves away to the Minneapolis area. You know, our goal last year was to just improve every single week and play better as the season goes along. And, you know, I think we did that. You know, we were in a state qualifier game against Davies in the EDC tournament and had our chances in that game. It was a 5-point game with, I think, under 5 minutes to go. And that's a team that went on to play in the state tournament and give Century a bit of a run. So, you know, this year, with a lot of guys coming back, I think those expectations are ramped up a little bit. You know, I think after these first couple weekends, I think we see that we have some work that we need to do, and we have to figure some things out. But we're going to do that. You know, I'm not worried about that. I think we have a bunch of kids that are willing to work and come to practice every single day to try to get better. So we have. It's early. We're 3 games in. We have a long ways to go. But I'm confident in our guys that are going to be able to bounce back and get better.
Coach Brandt, a lot of our viewers know a lot about the WDA, but tell us a little bit about the EDC and what you think of the league as a whole.
Really good league. I think it's balanced. You know, I think we have 5-6 teams that can compete for those top 4 spots and make it to the state tournament and get to the state tournament and make a push. It's talented. You know, I think. You know, everybody knows, rankings came out. We know Horace, you know, like they got a bunch of guys that can score. West Fargo has a bunch of guys that are back that are tough and gritty, and they're going to play really, really hard. Davies is Davies. You know, they're extremely well coached. You know, Bart Manson's their head coach. He's been there since they started, and they're always playing pretty well. They're going to look a little different this year, obviously, without Mason Claybo there. Seems like he's been there forever, so I'm happy he's gone. You know, and then you got us, and you got Red River, and then you got South, and you got Central. Some kids that can really shoot the ball. There's a lot of teams out there that are talented and that are capable of winning some games.
So last year, Jeff Brandt goes into the Minot High School Hall of Fame. I know you were pretty adamant about trying to get him in there. Can you talk a little bit about that moment? A lot of your family came, and just kind of the emotions and going through that and him finally getting elected.
Yeah, that was a very cool moment. You're right. I was very adamant, and I think you were too. To be honest with you, I think I think I don't. It wasn't just me. I think it was a group effort to try to make that happen. And do I wish that would have happened, 15 years ago?
Probably,
yeah, I do. But it happened, and he's in, and he should be. I think what has Minot High had 4 Mr. Basketball winners: Bart, Kenny, Jeff. Dissette. So and Dissette is all-time leading scorer to Mr. Basketball winner. So he'll get in immediately, which he should.
Right.
So my big thing is like Jeff can't be the only Mr. Basketball winner that's not in the Minot High Hall of Fame. So yeah, I'm extremely happy for him, and I did push for that, and he deserves it. He's deserved it for a really long time.
Absolutely.
Well, on these road trips that you guys take, I mean, you're a long ways from home right now, but. What does it take as a coaching staff to kind of, is an interesting part of it, because you got to book hotels, you got to do room checks, meals, everything. It's got to be not just you, but your whole coaching staff. You got one of the best C Squad coaches in the nation. Shout out Jaden Wallen.
That's right.
But tell us a little bit about your staff and how much appreciative you are of them.
They do a lot, and we're I have a combination of really young guys and some experience. We talked about Andrew Rott before we started this. Rott's been with us since basically since we started. He was one of our freshman coaches for a really long time, and last year he moved up with us at the varsity level and as varsity assistant. Derek Warren is another guy. Derek was the head girls coach at Fargo North in 2010, 11-ish, and then he's been at Fargo South as the JV boys coach for the last 9 or 10 years. So he's with us this year, so he brings a lot of experience and knowledge. And then my JV coach is Brady Johnson. Brady, I think is 24. You mentioned Jaden Wall, and Jaden is, mid to late 20s. And then my freshman coaches are young guys as well. So I have a really good mixture of youth and experience, and all willing to work really, really hard. They all want to be good at coaching. They all want to be good at what they do. So they're willing to put in the time and work really hard with it. And, they'll step up and do what I need them to do.
We play fantasy football together.
We do. For those of you that don't know, right, Bryce and I have been really, really good friends for 25 or 26 years. We graduated together, and so that's another reason why this is really, really cool to be able to do.
I don't want to bring up your season record.
I wish you would.
What was it?
5-9. I finished 5-5.
You were fortunate.
I was. My team wasn't good. I don't know if I'd win 2 games.
Was it injuries?
The draft wasn't great. It was all the above.
Draft was bad.
Yeah.
So you do a rivalry bet. You just kind of go into, so you lost.
I did.
You've been fortunate to win quite a few.
Couple times, yeah.
Your rival, Jordan Engel, a friend of ours. So can you explain to us what you have to do? And to be fair, it's kind of light.
It is light. I was appreciative of that. Yeah,
it's kind of light. He's very generous, I feel like.
Yeah.
So can you explain what you have to do this year?
I can. Yeah. So we're you know, if you ever watch me coach, I don't wear suits. I don't wear ties or anything like that. So the bet was if I lost, I had to wear a suit to 4 games. So I gotta dress up for 4 games. I already got them picked out. You know, I already got the games picked out. Senior night, I'll wear a suit, and then 3 EDC playoff games, hopefully 3 that I'll wear a suit for. So yeah, I was really appreciative that he took it easy on me this year. Maybe he saw my draft and he figured I'm gonna win, so I'm not gonna hammer him too bad.
Well, listen, Coach, really appreciate the time. Bryce, do you have any more questions you want to
ask? I was just gonna ask one more thing, just a little personal. I know your family, and it's something I always think about. You've got 2 young boys, Drake and Jock. Drake is starting to get involved. I mean, he has a passion for basketball. He has a passion for a lot of
He
sports.
does, yeah.
And he's starting to travel around, play some hoops. You've got Sam. She's coaching at Kindred. How do you keep it all balanced during this winter month? I just don't understand it.
It is. It's extremely busy. I'll be honest with you, and at times it just kind of feels like we're spinning around on top of our heads just to try to figure out where we're supposed to be. And I'm really lucky that Sam is really organized, and she keeps things in order. Because if it were up to me, I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, you're right with the kids. Drake is. He's the type of kid that his favorite sport is just whichever season it is. It's basketball season right now, so that's his favorite sport. And
which is great, multi-sport.
For sure, absolutely, 100%. But we're really lucky. My parents live in the Fargo area, so we get a lot of help from them. Your stepdaughter Berkeley, she comes over and watches the boys quite a bit during the basketball season, and she loves it, and the boys love her. Like they get so excited when she comes over to watch them, and so having people around that we know and that we trust and that we know love our boys makes things a lot easier. Because November to March it's a grind. I'll be honest with you, with us both kind of running opposite directions. There's times where I'll see the kids for a half hour in the morning getting them ready for school, and then we'll get home and either Sam or I are late and they're in bed already, so we'll see them for half hour during the day, and that can be tough. But to be honest with you, this is just kind of what we've always done, so we don't really know any better. This is just kind of life for us,
Shout out Sam.
Yeah,
she just got her 200th win the other night against Central Cass.
You got a long ways.
I got a long ways to go. I had to catch her. To be fair, she's been a head coach for a lot longer than I have. But she's great. She's great at what she does, and she deserves that.
Awesome, Coach. Well, appreciate your time. Good luck tonight. Thank you so much for coming in, man.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Make sure everybody follows along for Cheyenne basketball this season. We'll be back with our next segment here on PSP Primetime. Thank you. Appreciate Tim Brandt for coming on. How about that?
Yeah, it was great. A good friend of mine and came to town, and that quick trip, driving into Minot and then spending the night and then getting up early, having some coffee with us, talking some hoops. Much appreciated, Tim Brandt.
Let's talk a little bit about our schedule before we call it a evening here. Will be 1 second here. The schedule we did have loaded up. What is going on? There we go. Well, we know that Friday is going to be a big day. Minot High versus Bismarck. That's going to be a fun one. That'll be right here on PSP. We saw Bismarck last night. Shout out to Chuck Claremont and Scott Woodmansey. They had that game. Interesting part, Artie Carlo playing very well right now.
Artie Carlo looks the part, man. He has looked terrific to start this season. Big win for them versus Mandan. Now coming to the Magic City, we know about the rivalry. I love seeing Wilhelm and that group, and they're so ready. And other things, as well, with the Redeemers tournament and with ORCS, maybe meeting up with Ray. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but with some primetime semifinal matchups in that one, and weather permitting, we might see Botno and Velva. There she is. We got the graphic up there. We might see Botno and Velva tomorrow night. There's going to be a lot of points in there. You can guarantee on that. Lytton, HMB, and Garrison. Just more hoops. There you see. You can see the graphic. You can read it. We're ready to bring you a full slate this weekend.
Yeah, I appreciate everybody joining us tonight for PSP. Thank you, Maggie, Fricke, and Tim Brandt for being our guests tonight. Appreciate AECM and Magic City Home Leisure and Spas, etc. for the sponsorship. We will see you next Wednesday right here. Or are we going to go next Wednesday or a Christmas break?
Oh, we're going to go a little Christmas break.
You're heading to Mexico,
you never know.
Right? Mexico?
Might have you dressed up like the Grinch, maybe doing a little Christmas. I don't know, man. Well, just be ready, but we're scheduled off for a couple little holiday break. You can go hang out with the young one, Kate, and we'll see.
Well, for Bryce GUTKNECT, my name is Dallyss Hanson. We will see you next time right here on PSP Primetime. Thank you.
Here we go. Kemple, the scoop. No, he went up and got it.
Our initial reaction when we realized he had 2 broken bones was fear. Then once we realized and got a plan with Trinity and our doctor, a lot of comfort.
He told me that he can fix my arm, and he showed me a lot of stuff that he could do to help me.
Trinity Health Orthopedics is as good as you can find anywhere in the country. A lot of us take pride in that, and that's why we stay here and we keep doing what we do.
Trinity Health, making more possible.